Hello, gamers. I've returned with the milk, so there's no need to fear me leaving anytime soon. Anyways, I'm here to talk about everyone's favorite game mechanic, MMR. If you don't know what this is, or you just don't play PvP games, MMR is basically a hidden ranking system. You know, the more matches you win, the higher your MMR gets, and the more you lose, the lower your MMR gets. Think the ranked game mode from Halo, but it's invisible and it's for everyone. And there's two types of people that this game, mechanic concerns or, affects or whatever. Those who hate it and those who love it. Personally, I love casual games, so I kind of despise MMR and every game that it touches. So it's not for me, but it does have its followers, I guess. So DBD Chaos Shuffle game mode is back, and that's cool and all, but it felt like BHVR did something to it this time that wasn't really there before, and that would be adding MMR. My friends and I, we played about an hour before realizing we were versing the same killers and the same perks, and by that I mean the perks didn't seem very random. We were getting really comp builds and maybe one useless perk, but for the most part, they were pretty useful perks. And we got bored and we switched to normal DBD, and it basically felt like there was no difference, between that and Chaos Shuffle. Besides, obviously the perk mix up. But I remember when the game mode first came out, MMR felt non-existent, and that's what made it fun in my opinion. Same with 2v8. There was like no MMR during that, and I just hope that BHVR leaves this competitive system out of game modes. If they want to have it in normal DBD, that's totally fine, but, let the game modes be fun and not a sweat fest. I understand that there will be people that say, well, if I have 5k hours, going against someone with 50 hours, that's not very fair. And to that, I say fuck it. If you get crushed by a no-lifer, that's okay, because at the end of the day, it's just a game, and you'll move on to the next match almost instantly. But if there's an MMR system that keeps you in the same pool of players, you're gonna keep going up against the same sweaty individuals that run the same perks that make the game boring and really repetitive. So as I was recording this, I thought it would be nice to have another person speak about this, and I brought on fellow YouTuber and game developer Dan's Tip. He has some interesting takes about the entire ASIM space, so if you're interested, go check him out. I'll leave his channel linked in the description or a pinned comment. And here's his short, simple, and sweet take on MMR.
I don't know if MMR really bring in more player counts into Dead by Daylight. I feel like it didn't. I feel like a lot of people stopped playing. There was a lot of YouTubers during that time frame where, when MMR officially came out, which was like near the end of 2018 or 2019. But once again, it's so long ago, I can't even remember, so I'm probably wrong. But whenever it came out, I remember seeing the newsletter in-game, and then I looked on YouTube the next day, I kept seeing a bunch of people like, this is why I quit YouTube, or not YouTube, this is why I quit YouTube, no, this is why I quit Dead by Daylight. And, then they would talk about the MMR and blah blah. So, I think MMR is really unhealthy for a party game, because if this game was in esports like Valorant, Fortnite, and there's a ranked mode like CSGO and all that bullshit, because CSGO is like still in esports, Dead by Daylight's never going to get into esports because it's extremely unbalanced. Plus, ASIMs always have issues with lack of balancing. So even if you did get it in a really balanced state, I feel like it still can be competitive because, I don't know, it's more of a party game, if anything. And it's never a fair team. It's always, it's always one versus how many people. Or two versus how many people. And that usually doesn't work for ASIMs.
Dan actually reminded me a few years ago, BHVR came to all these popular content creators and said, hey, you want to win $300,000? Play our game in I don't know, I guess a contest or whatever. I don't really remember. I looked into it, a while back, but I don't really remember the specific details of it. Nobody really knew how to play DBD, and it turned out to be a complete failure. And BHVR just said, well, we still want our game to be competitive, so let's make it 10 times more unfun and not learn how to properly balance. And that is the world that we live in today when it comes to DBD. Honestly, I think MMR just kind of ruins a game. And while I still have fun with Dead by Daylight, a lot of fun actually, I still just hate the MMR system. I go from complete noob teams with a completely OP killer to, just decent teams with a really babyish killer, or when I'm playing killer, I go against these god tier teams, but, obviously when I'm survivor, it's like, what the hell are these teammates? So the MMR kind of annoys me a lot, and I think BHVR should keep it out of game modes. Like, if it touches 2v8, 2v8 is gonna be so sweaty. I really hope that I'm not right about them adding MMR into these game modes, because if I am, we're cooked. Anyways, that's my video for today. I hope all of you have a wonderful time doing whatever the hell you're doing today, tomorrow, this week. And I will see you guys in the next video.
Oh, wow, they actually are there? Okay, she got you. Do you keep off the record at endgame?
Oh my god!
Oh yeah.
Like, actually, bro. No, I'm leaving, like, right away. Fuck that, bro.